today on WineBites, we're putting up 3 European wines against a juicy New York steak to see which one is the perfect match. Welcome to WineBites episode 1. If you somehow found this channel, thank you so much. I'm excited to have you, yes you, on this journey with me. I'm Josh. I love tasting, collecting, and talking about wine, and I'm hoping to share some of my knowledge with you. I think there's something truly special about the connection between food and wine. Most people get a little bit nervous when a wine list hits them at the restaurant or when they're in the wine aisle at the supermarket, but I'm here to help you figure out exactly which wine you want for your meal. First up, we have the expert choice. This is a Bordeaux. Specifically, we have the 2016 Chateau Cantamerle. This is an absolute banger of a wine that was discovered on a recent trip with my wife and a couple of friends. I think this punches way above its weight in terms of price and quality, and I think it's gonna be a great match with the steak. Next up, we have the crowdsourced option, which is a Rioja. This is specifically the Viña Alberdi from La Rioja Alta, the 2018, and I think that some of the smoky characteristics from the American oak that's used for this wine will go great with a grilled steak. Last up, we have our WineBite wild card, and this one was a dealer's choice, aka I chose it from the cellar. And we have the Quinta do Crasto from the Douro region in Portugal. I think that some of the bold flavors from this wine will stick up to the bold flavors of our steak nicely. The wines are prepped. Let's go ahead and see if any of these wines are a perfect match. Because this is the lightest of the wines, I'm gonna start us off with the Rioja. I think Jesse's gonna go ahead and have a bite too. Sorry girl, can't give you any wine. So this is a really nice pairing. I think the bright fruit from the Rioja do stand up to the flavors of the steak. I think that the American oak that's used on the wine actually does provide some nice additional characteristics to match with the steak. I don't know that it's perfect though. It does feel a little bit light compared to the steak. I want to see if either one of these next 2 wines pairs a little bit better. Next up, we're going to try the expert pick, the Bordeaux. There's really something special that's going on between the steak and the Bordeaux. I find that the fat from the steak is being balanced out by the tannin from the Bordeaux, and really every sip is leading me to want to take another bite. All right, let's move on to the wild card, or my dealer's choice, the Quinta do Crasto. The reason I chose this wine was because I don't think Portuguese wines get enough credit. I think we often think of port or we think of Vinho Verde, and they are making some serious red wines out there, and so I want to give it a little bit of exposure. This is a really nice pairing. I actually think that the wine really does go with the steak from a flavor perspective. The one thing that does carry through on this wine is that there is more alcohol. I think it would have been better maybe with a ribeye, something that has a little bit more fat to stand up to the bold flavors of this wine, but still a really good pairing. I think if you find this on a wine list somewhere, this might be a value for you. No doubt about it. Going back to it, the Cantamerle is definitely the wine that has the most balance between the wine and the steak. And I do think that the experts got it right. I think Bordeaux is the classic pairing for a New York steak. And I think you'd be happy ordering it at a restaurant or picking it up on the way home for dinner. It's impossible for me to guarantee that these wines are gonna be available at your local wine shop or at a restaurant. So check out these key descriptors that'll help you pick out wines that'll give you a similar experience. Remember that wine is subjective. The only thing that's constant about it is that it tastes good and it gets you drunk. So please try these wines, try the pairing for yourself, and let me know if you agree or disagree with my assessment in the comment section below. This is my first video upload to YouTube, so if you like this content, please share it with your friends, give it a like, consider subscribing to the channel to continue on this journey of food and wine pairing, and let me know in the comment section below if you have any great special pairings that I need to try, and I'll try to incorporate as many as possible into these videos. Until next time, happy pairing.